Good day, everybody. It is a lovely Saturday. Granted, it's chilly. Um, Last time I looked at my temperature gauge or my weather app, it was 28 degrees, but felt like 18. So there's like a 10-degree difference, even though I don't hear any wind whipping or anything like that. Um, so maybe wherever they take their data from is colder than it really is, or they've got problems because they're probably close to the airport where there's an open field. So they probably got more wind than anybody else. But it's a good day. Yesterday was a good day. Jerry was in a very good mood. She did all kinds of things. She did laundry. She did some cleaning in the bedroom. Things that she could do with what she has or what she's able to do without causing any pain or problems. I woke up this morning. I got a good night's sleep. Maybe woke up once. She was already awake. And she seemed to be in good spirits. So I was like, it's probably going to be a good day. She wants to come out and help out with mood. She wants to come out with food prep. I got to do some running around this morning. I got to go do shopping at Aldi's, grocery pickup at Walmart, go to CVS for our prescriptions, go to the post office for. I think she's got a letter or two in there. And then I've got projects around here. It's laundry, it's food prep, it's rearranging and organizing the cluttered refrigerator and pantry and freezer. And Mom wants me to help her move a piece of furniture because she wants to rearrange her room slightly for her comforts. Mom is actually doing very well after her surgery. She's back to her normal old self. And I don't mean old like she's old, but, not having as much pain in her back so she can do more, her laundry, the dishes, whatever else she wants to do. So I'm happy that everything went well for her. Jerry's only problem that I know of today, besides her knee, is, well, I knew about it yesterday, was her mouth is really getting bad. To the point where the only thing she could have to eat yesterday for dinner was a milkshake with banana flavored yogurt. So, yeah. I get worried about that because the fact that my biggest concern is if she can't get enough protein or if she can't get enough essential minerals and whatnot from foods, the one thing that I'm worried about is she's going to have to deal with an IV drip for nourishment because of her mouth, and I don't want that to happen. I've offered to puree her foods so it's softer and more easily dealt with in her mouth. Her biggest problem, I think, is just the chewing factor. Sometimes the chewing factor causes irritations. So I'm like, I gotta find out something. I gotta figure out something. But she is back to her good attitude and high spirits, and just she wants to come out of the room, try to help out with meal prep and other things of that nature, which I think I already said. I'm sorry. But otherwise, she's doing pretty good. I mean, well, one of the things I did learn about her particular cancer, first off, not everybody acts the same with the cancer. Not everybody looks the same with cancer. But with her cancer, she has her ups and downs, and I think most people with cancer has their good days and their bad days. So far, we haven't had the atypical side effects of vomiting, that kind of stuff. She has mouth sores. She has sores on, I'm just going to say all her openings. Her knee, the sores on her knee have gotten, well, worse. They're a little bit bigger. They are constantly oozing. We're trying everything from Neosporin to just changing out the band-aids every 8 to 12 hours, depending on how bad the band-aids look. We have, well, put it this way. I suggested that if she's going to stay on her left side for the bulk of the day, to go ahead and remove the band-aids carefully and let them air out. Just, or put like a small piece of gauze instead of bandage over the wound with tape around it to keep it down so it airs out a little bit, because the gauze will let it air out, but it will also keep the fluids or blood or whatever from leaking everywhere. The doctor is supposed to be sending us or getting us a new mouthwash that's supposed to be better than the Miracle Mouth, because she needs something stronger than that. We've had, well, she's had, I should say, many people who are really concerned about her, not only just sending her well wishes, but trying to advise her on what they know, because there's at least 3 or 4 of them that I know that are RNs or medical profession. I don't know if they're RNs or not. Let's just say medical profession. Who have tried to advise her how to take care of that. As for her other problem areas, it's not that easy, because one of the bad things about our world, especially America, is up until the last 20 years or so, most medical issues were geared towards the men, and only within the last, maybe it's been longer, but the difference between how a man's body fights cancer compared to a woman's body fighting cancer is 2 different things. And it's been, same with any kind of diagnosis. A lot of the diagnoses are basically based on male anatomy, not female anatomy. So a lot of old school doctors think that women's anatomy is affected the same as men's anatomy, which is no. But we're trying to deal with aspects of cancer that have not as much information, because it's based on male anatomy, not female anatomy. So she has her problems down below, which is the cancers causing problems. So we've been trying to deal with that, because I don't want to go into detail because that's basically Jerry's area to talk about, but I'm the one who's the caretaker, so I have to deal with it myself. It's been a rough go, let's just put it that way, because I have to take care of it, which, hey, I'm not complaining. It's what a husband should be doing, at least in my mind. I just don't like to see her in pain. I don't like to see her suffering the way she's suffering. And it's been difficult, yes, because it's like I want to be able to just take care of the whole situation so she doesn't have to deal with it, but I can't just put my hand on her and transfer her illness to me and deal with it myself, because I think I don't know. It's just one of those things that's like, If I could take care of it, if I could take it away, I would, but not that easy. But I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to learn how to deal with the our finances and whatnot, our budget, because, well, everybody we've talked to and every cancer website we've read and whatnot, the brain is affected by the overload of pain, discomfort, the cancer itself. Um, uh, Somebody said that we should have um, the doctors do a brain scan or something like that to make sure everything's functioning the way it should. Um, but my thing and Jerry's thing is white coat syndrome. If you don't know what that is basically you know what you want to talk to about the doctor, or talk with the doctor about, and things of that nature. But when the doctor comes in, you just kind of go, huh, and you freeze up. Your brain just shuts down or forgets what you wanted to talk to him about. Um, I find that to be true because, like, I know what I want to talk to the doctor about, but the second the doctor comes in the office and starts asking me questions, I just kind of go, huh, I'm fine. I'm good. Oh yeah, that's been bugging me. Yeah, no, not like, hey doc, today's visit is because of whatever I went to the doctor for. Unless it's a follow up, and then I just answer the questions and hope that I can remember to ask certain questions. Um, like I need to get a hold of the doctor and say, hey, I've been waiting for a phone call from the colonoscopy people, and I haven't got nothing yet. What's up? You know, I'm just getting older, and things might be getting worse. I don't know. But I need to. I've been so busy working on Jerry's situations that I keep on forgetting to. I need to call the eye doctor and get an appointment with them. I need to find out what dentist I can go to according to my new medical plan and talk to them about it, my dental work and taking care of things. And if the doctor says, "Well, are you pain?" No, I'm not in pain because I don't register pain no more. Because either all of my pain is in my back, or I'm so focused on my wife and her illness that I forget about myself. And I know everybody's been like, you got to take care of yourself, you got to do this, you got to do. Yes, I know, and I've been trying to take it under advisement. But the thing is either I lose track of time, or I get so focused on, okay, when's your next appointment? What day do I need to take off? Do I have to take a whole day off? Do I need to just ask to take a half day off? What, you know? And then I go, oh man, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I wanted to call the doctors for this, and I wanted to call her to make an appointment for that, and blah blah blah. And I'm not complaining. I'm just like, that's what happens with my brain. I guess because of the factor of my nature and whatnot, I forget about myself because there's other people around me who are in need, and my problems are minor compared to her problems. Um, I do. I don't know about this weekend, but last weekend I did take a day off to just relax and do nothing but laundry because, you need laundry to be done if you need clothes for the week ahead. But yeah, last week I took a day off. I think it was Saturday. No, it was Sunday that I said, the only thing that needs to be done is laundry. So I'm taking the day off, except for that one thing, unless it's an emergency. Jerry Ann was fine with that. She didn't ask me for any help unless it was something that she could not absolutely do by herself. And one of the things that she's been having problems with, and I can understand because of her back and all that, is, well, sometimes it just is uncomfortable or hurts too much for her to do it by herself. So, yeah. But that's part of a caretaker's job. And as a husband, it's not a job. It's, in my brain, it's an absolute necessity. The husband is supposed to help take care of the wife. The wife is supposed to help take care of the husband. Both of them are taken care of. They're happy. Everything goes on. So, for all those people who want to go, oh, you do this, you do that, you take care of your wife, you gotta, yeah. And if you were in my situation, what would you do? You know, I don't know about any of you, but if I weren't helping her do certain things, I wouldn't be able to stay in that room. Because either body odors would get to me, or just the smell from not taking care of the commode or anything like that would be like. So I'm gonna go drop a can of air sprayer or deodorizer. You know, break the top off so it just lets it all out, and just throw it in the room. What would we call that? A refresher grenade, air freshening grenade, whatever. But no, I do what I have to do because it would be unhealthy if I didn't do otherwise. And I don't know anybody out there who cannot say that they would not do it. That they would just, let them rot. No. Anybody who says to let them rot or drop them off at a care facility is either a coward or does not care about the other person. That's, my opinion. But I'm thankful today Jerry's in good spirits. She was in good spirits yesterday. She got a lot of stuff done. Hopefully we can get a lot of stuff done today. Like I said, I gotta go do a grocery run, a pharmacy run, and a post office run. Mom is in good health. Her back's doing better now that she's had the procedure done. Yesterday when I came home, her friend Carla was here to help her with various projects in her side of the house. They want me to help move a cabinet so she can rearrange some furniture slightly. And I said, no problem. Just I have this, and this to do tomorrow, but I will try to help out in between. Yeah, I'm pretty well booked up for today. Once everybody wakes up and gets their selves in gear. Jay wanted hash and eggs this morning, or eggs and grits. I figured hash and eggs because I guess I could make eggs and grits for her, and then just scrambled eggs and something for me. Something along that line. So we'll see what happens when I go to make breakfast, how I feel. Probably have to have a cup of tea or something like that because I have been having, and I know it's allergy induced. I don't know if it's something in the house or something from outside getting into the house, but my sinuses, especially at nighttime when they're the worst, have been very active and causing postnasal drip at night. So I always wake up with a lump of mucus or something like that I have to wash down with water with my meds, and then hot cup of coffee to help deal with that. I might end up starting to do what my dad used to do when I was a kid when my throat was bugging me, and that's a teaspoon of honey, just straight honey off of a teaspoon. Help coat my throat, basically. It actually works, surprisingly. Oh, boy. I got several different things I wanted to talk about this morning. So I hope this video doesn't get too long, and hopefully my brain doesn't shut down because it's just jumbled with stuff. But the last couple of days, we have been doing dinners through basically what it is. It's a company that's called Every Box. And when you first join it, you get money, you get discount for the first 2 orders, I think it is. And what they do is you go onto their website and you look at their various meals, their choices for the week. Basically, they give you 10 choices, and you have the option of getting. You basically have 5 meals that come to you, but you get to choose from a list of 10 for the week. Me and Jerry basically sat down and looked at it because somebody told us about it. I can't remember where she found out about it. It was something that she found out and decided to try it. So we got like 4 meals for the first week to try. And so far, Mom likes, well, one of them, she likes everything in the meal. The other one, she wasn't too keen on the sauce that went on the chicken because it was like a lemony type flavor. She's not too big on lemon flavored sauces. Like when Jerry used to make chicken franchise for us, which was one of my favorite meals, Mom wasn't too keen on the lemon. She'll eat the chicken with the lemon flavor coated on it, but she wouldn't like get extra sauce like I would. I would drown my chicken in that stuff. But they send you choose the meals, and they send you in a box everything that's supposed to be in the meal, including the seasoning packs. We sat down and did the math. For 5 meals with 4 servings, cost us anywhere in between $30 and $50 for the week, for one full week. That's less money than you would spend at like a nice sit-down steakhouse like Colton's or Applebee's for 3 people. For 3 people, you'd be lucky to walk away with less than a $30 check for one meal. This is 5 meals for $30 to $50, depending on what you choose. So we had sat down the other night and talked about it because we were paying out of our personal money. We sat down and talked to Mom about it and said, look, this is great. $50 for a week of food. So that's like maybe $100, $150 for a month worth of food. Dinners, basically. And the box will have everything in it. Your spices, your herbs, your vegetables, your meat. The only thing you have to worry about out of your own home is like oil, butter, flour, salt and pepper, basic seasonings. I have a meal that calls for paprika. They sent pouches of paprika. And I'm like, we would be spending less money per week on food stuff if we continued with this. Mom agreed. So it's now going to start coming out of the house money, which is fine. I'm loving it. We've had 2 meals. The meal that we had last night was a mushroom gravy and steak. Now, the meal came with 2 packages of ranch steaks. So that's 4 steaks. The potatoes, the green beans, the mushrooms, the onions, and the instructions on how to, basically step-by-step instructions on how to make the meal. And it tells you 10 minutes prep, 30 minutes or more for cook time. And I'm like, this is great. I can come home from work as long as I remember to remove the meat from the freezer the night before. I can come home from work, look at the card, get all the ingredients together, do what it says to do and how to do it, and boom, within 40 to 55 minutes, so under an hour, basically, for like the chicken that I'm supposed to be making, which I think I'm gonna wait until Monday to make. is 45 minutes plus the 10 minutes worth of prep time. So it's like 55 minutes. Dinner is done. No fuss, no muss, no. Oh, I forgot to take out some sort of meat. What are we going to do for dinner? I mean, it will take basically under in a water bath. It's still going to take over an hour to get everything ready for the meal, and I don't even know what I'm going to make. So basically, we figured out that if we have the 5 meals, by the weekend, we'll have enough leftovers because there's always it's you can customize the size or the serving size, but we always go for 4 servings because then there will be some leftovers for the next day or for fend for yourself day. But we figured by the weekend, there's enough leftovers from each meal that each one of us can pick and choose what we're going to have for dinner on Saturday and Sunday, or at least Saturday, for under $50 a week. Huh? 5 meals under $50. You can't even walk away from a nice restaurant for 3 people for a check under 50, unless you're like picking from the 2 for $25 at Applebee's. But still, it's $25 for 2 people, and then if you got a third person, it's $12 to $15 for their meal. That's the only way you're walking away from, and that's only 1 meal, not 5. So I'm like, makes it so much easier for me during the weekday. We just decide out of whatever cards are left over for the meals, and whatever meals that we don't like, we throw the card away and not even worry about making it again or ordering again, however you want to put it. And whatever cards we like, we're just going to set it off the side to put in a cookbook, or get a binder of some sort that we can put the card in. But the cards are pretty big size cards. But either way, it's, and so far Mom's liked, yesterday's meal, she liked the whole thing. The mushroom gravy, the steak, the potatoes, the green beans, she loved it all. She said she might, scrape off the mushrooms and onions from the gravy, but the gravy was great. Now, the night before, we did a chicken dish that had a sauce to be made with sour cream and lemon. She wasn't too fond of the sauce, but she liked everything else, which is great because I don't put the gravy or the sauce on top of the food. I put it in small dishes off to the side so she can try everything without being like, oh, I didn't like that because of the sauce. It's customizable. We figured we'd just get it as is and try it and, customize it as we cook it. Like the zucchini that was cooked for the first meal, baked zucchini, basically oven baked or oven fried zucchini. It says to season with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Mom's not a big fan of pepper, so I left the pepper out. That, in fact, with the way Jerry's mouth is, she can't really handle the pepper either. So you can look at the ingredients and go, we're not going to use that because because one of the people in the house doesn't like pepper. One of the dishes that I'm going to be making here probably next week, because basically we're going to fend for ourselves today, maybe tomorrow. But Mom doesn't like tomatoes at all. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes unless it's mixed in with something. Jerry can't have them right now because of the acidicness is an irritant to her mouth. So the 2 tomatoes that came in the pack, we're going to give away to a friend of ours. And don't know what we're going to do about the zucchini. So you get the box with everything in it. The menu cards with the instructions, all the produce, all your spices, all your meats. They come pre-packed. So all you have to do is store them, and then when you're ready, pull pull the packs out, let it defrost, and boom, bang, boom, you've got dinner. Which is going to actually make things a lot easier in the future, because then we can go into the freezer, rearrange it, use what meats and what we have in there for, let's say, during the weekend, we just throw something together. What that will end up doing for us in the future will be reducing the amount of stuff in our freezer, but will not reduce the food quality or quantity. We won't have to buy major packs of food, meats especially. That in factor, it will clean it up and make it easier to get in and out of it without things falling out. I don't know what we're going to do with that giant turkey we have. I don't know if we're going to try to give it away, or I wonder if that shelter will want it. Granted, it's about 4 months old, but it's been in the freezer the whole time. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find that number and call them and see if if they're a soup kitchen. If they are a soup kitchen, would they like a giant freaking turkey from Thanksgiving that's been in the freezer for the duration of time? So, yeah, well. But this every box thing that we're doing, it's going to save me a lot of headaches on trying to figure out what to make for dinner, because we can sit down and look at the car, at least look. Mom's right now is kind of like, because of her pickiness, we agreed that we would try. She was like, whatever you want to make, I'm going to try it. I'm going to at least try it. And then after we eat, she'll ask me what was in it, so she can get an idea of what was in it. And she usually decides before I tell her the ingredients if she likes it or not. And then she won't. If she likes it, she'll want to know what's in it. If she doesn't like it, it's just like, it's a moot point to read the ingredients. But she was actually surprised on last night's dinner, because last night's dinner, she's not a big fan of sour cream, but sour cream is one of the base ingredients for the sauces. So she tried it last night. She really, really loved it. She wasn't too fond of the mushrooms and onions and the gravy, but she can scrape those off and still have the gravy. But when I told her what was in it, she was kind of surprised, like, oh, there was sour cream in that gravy? Wow, that was delicious. And I was like, because sour cream is just one of the ingredients. There's sour cream, there's beef stock, there's the drippings from the steak, there's mushrooms, there's onions, and I try to cut them small enough that it can be eaten by Jerry, but big enough so Mom can just scrape them off. But I said, Mom, those mushrooms are sauteed before I make the gravy, so they have to be cooked. Well, I'm not going to force her to eat what she doesn't want to eat, but I'm happy that she liked it. That she was like, that was a keeper. Now, the way I do things, for Mom's sake, is when I make everything, once they're done being cooked, I put it in its individual dish, so she can pick and choose how much to take. And I was thankful that she tried the gravy and liked it, and ended up putting more on her steak. Unfortunately, Jerry's mouth last night was not doing so good, so she ended up having a shake. Which, hey, you know what? Her shake had yogurt in it and ice cream and milk, and it had enough to soothe her mouth, but also fill her stomach with protein and a few other items that she needs, dairy products. I just wish she could have enjoyed the steak and whatnot like we did. I'm pretty sure she would have loved it. The first dish that I made was creamy lemon chicken with zucchini and potatoes. And the only thing out of that dish that Mom was not exactly thrilled with was the creamy sauce with lemon juice and sour cream that kind of thing. So we're experimenting with this, and I'm doing it a certain way so mom can try a little bit of everything, without like it being smothered, her steak and whatnot smothered with gravy, and her getting a mouthful and going, ugh, I don't like this because of gravy, blah 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 blah. No, I'm trying to do it so everybody can enjoy it. I just wish Jerry would have been able to enjoy last night's. But we have plenty of leftovers, and that's what's going to be for tonight. It's like, what leftover do you want, Ma? And I'll have the other, there's enough. Well, there's enough of the chicken meal left over for both of us. There's enough of the steak meal left over for both of us. I just have to worry about what can I get Jerry to, what can I make for Jerry so she gets enough proper food. So we'll see what happens tonight. I mean, I already know what's going to happen tonight. For me and Mom, it's Jerry that I'm worried about. And for anybody who is like all the people who've been telling me to take Jerry to a care facility or something like that. No. One, all she really needs is somebody to be here to help her with whatever she needs. Bring her food, wipe her tushy, take care of her wounds, take care of the commode, things like that. I'm more than willing to do it. I've done it before with her when she had her knee problem and almost got septicemia. So I don't care what other people have to say negatively about me caring for my wife. Those kind of people are either the people who have never had a caring spouse, or has a spouse who's a total uncaring person. Because the way I was raised, old school, you care about your family. You take care of your family. Otherwise, why are you married? If you're not willing to do certain things that most people might, frown upon or get sickened by, that's their problem. That's not mine. I'm happy. Yeah, there are times where I get a little because I'm annoyed, but that's part of a marriage, is dealing with the annoyance caused by your spouse. If you can't handle it, that video that I took down, last year or something like that, a year or more ago, it's because the fact that I had so much stuff building up between Jerry's needs and demands, Mom's problems and her needs. Just the world around me was like literally piling crap on me, and I just couldn't take it. Of course, if I knew that the cause of Jerry's problems and whatnot was a cancer-related issue, I probably would be feeling a little bit differently and understanding, but we didn't know what was going on, and I was just like, I can't, no. But attitudes change when things are realized, and this is one of the things that cannot be controlled. We can't say no, cancer, no. We don't deal with cancer, no. I'm becoming more understanding and as I get older, I'm rolling with the punches more and whatnot. Yes, I'm slow I'm slow to develop. I'm slow to do a lot of different things. I do have my issues, both physically now that I'm getting older and mentally, because it's just been there all my life. But we're dealing. An important part is the factor that we're not letting cancer or negative people or negative comments or negative attitudes drive a wedge in between us anymore. It's not a one-man battle. It's both of us. We're both in the middle of it. We're both dealing with it in one way or another. She's dealing with it because it's within her body and causing all kinds of issues and problems for her. I'm dealing with it because of the fact that she needs me more. she needs me to be understanding and willing to do things that may have been out of my comfort zone. I'm learning to go past my comfort zone. I'm learning to break barriers that I established on my own. My fear of driving, I'm not afraid of driving no more. If I have to put it in my car and run it up to St. Louis, so be it. In fact, I think it's either March or April that I have to take a full day off because of we either have to go to St. Louis or it's a day of running from this facility to that facility for CAT scans and all those, PET scans and X-rays and all that fun stuff. And I don't know if that's here or in St. Louis. I don't remember where everything is. I just know she asked me to take those 2 days, a day in March and a day in April for all-day event type stuff. And I went, okay, sure. Not because of the factor I wanted to, but because of the factor she needed me to. There's a lot of things I've been doing lately that has been more a necessity than a want. Now, I'm not pushing for certain things. Me and Dre would love to be able to have an RV and travel wherever we want to go. It is a dream. It's becoming more and more of a not a reality. I shouldn't say that. It's becoming more and more of a front burner instead of a back burner type thing. And anybody who wants to be negative about that, well, they can go fly a kite because it's not just for me. She's wanting it too. It's something she wants to do before she gets worse. I'm not going to fight her about it. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to go, okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see how things are here in the future. I have no problems. I am just tired of people trying to convince me it's not going to happen. Because, well, let's see here. First, I'm a very stubborn person because of my lineage or my background. Not my lineage, my background, my ancestry. Look at my mom's side. Scots Irish, British, German. Look at my dad's side. I'm just going to say Scandinavian because it's like Norwegian, Swiss, Dane, German, Irish. I'm just built for stubbornness and insanity. I will fight every system I can. I've been fighting systems all my life. Childhood, military wanted to, label me slow and dumb. Dad got out of the military, and I finally got a regular IQ test and whatnot, and they said that it's not that he's slow or dumb, it's just he's got hyperactivity with attention deficit disorder. But I discovered on my own through the help of one teacher in high school that you put a book or something like that in front of me. If I'm not interested in it, it will take me more than a year to read it. But if you put something in front of me that I chose, that I'm interested in, I'll have that thing read within a week. If I have the time, which I had plenty of time in school while I was at school age. Nowadays, it might take me 2 or 3 weeks because I have so much other things going on. Like that book that I got recently that I really, really want to read on Norse mythology. I haven't gotten to it yet because by the time I lay down, I'm too tired to pick up a book. I would love to be able to get that on an audiobook through my iPhone or iPad. I wonder if I could. I wonder how much it would cost me. Anyhow, I just, I like to read now. Back when I was a kid before high school, you couldn't get me to read squat. Um, but that's just because I'm slow. I'm a slow learner. I'm slow to pick up things. But right now, work. When I started work and I was interested in it, it would take me almost the whole 4 4 hours to get everything prepped for my what I had to do. Now, after working since August, I am done with just about all my prep work before 8 a.m. Yeah, 2 hours worth of work. The only thing I have to wait for after 8 a.m. was just to get my food cooked so I can slice it up and whatnot. But usually by about 9 o'clock, I'm taking my 30-minute break because I don't, sometimes I don't get a chance to take a break during my actual serving the people period. So by 9 o'clock, I've got everything out to where it needs to go, and I'm inside where the main kitchen area is, taking my break. By 9:30, 9:45, I'm back outside getting everything ready, and by 10:15 at the latest, everything's set up, and I have 15 to 20 minutes to sit back and relax for a little bit while making sure everything's clean and ready and get my paperwork done before I unlock my doors. It's because the fact that it's something I like doing. It's like, ooh, I love doing this, chop, 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 And yesterday was Friday. I didn't have much to do except for my chicken and rice. I was done with that by 7:30, 8 o'clock. Actually, closer to 7:30. Because I make sure during the week that I have more than enough to last 2 or 3 days. So what did I end up doing the rest of my time? Helping with other areas. So, oh, you need that chopped up? Oh, you need me to chop that up? You need, what can I do to help? I didn't spend all that time sitting around doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs. No, I was looking for things to do. That's me. I get home and I might be like, I'm exhausted. And you know what? I did it to myself because, well, one, I'd rather do it myself instead of getting, people mad at me because I'm spending most of my morning sitting around doing nothing because everything's done. That's just me. It's one of the reasons why my supervisors like me, because the fact that I don't sit there and go, okay, I'm done with my stuff. I'm going to do nothing else for the rest of the morning. No. If there's something that needs to be done that I can help out with, I'm more than willing to do it. And I actually actively look for things to do. What was it, about 2 weeks ago, they were getting ready to do a major catering event that, unfortunately, it was on a day that I combination I couldn't do it, and my wife would have rather me be home, which they understand. But I went to the chef, and I said, hey, I've got everything done. Is there anything I can do to help you? Now, granted, he said not really, because most of it had to do with stuff that was cooking or involved timing, which I'm not really good at. But I went around the rest of the morning doing helping other people prep for their day or prep for the next day or prep for Monday. I'm happy with doing that. I'd rather be doing something than nothing, because the way I was raised, my brain goes, if you're not going to do anything and they're going to pay you to do nothing, what is your real worth? What is your real value to them as a whole? Most companies would rather have a person who's willing to go out of their way to help others when they have nothing to do. because most companies will evaluate the situation and go, okay, let's talk to everybody about Jim. What kind of personality does he have? What's his work ethics? How many times has he been late? How many times has he called out? Why are the reasons why he's asked for so many days off? What do we know about Jim? What do we talk about Jim? What does Jim talk about? Everybody knows my business. I have no problems to tell them why I'm asking for days off or why I have to leave early. They all know my wife has cancer. There's nothing my company does not know about me other than the factor of what I do here at home. I got no problem with talking to my people, my bosses and whatnot. Yeah, I'm sorry I have to take off early. I've got to take my wife to a doctor's appointment. Or I have an appointment. Yeah, I need to take this whole day off because I got to run my wife to St. Louis for medical procedures that they don't do here. I have no problems telling them what's going on. I have no problems with them asking me questions about what's going on so I can tell them. I'm pretty much an open book at work. I mean, most people know. I think the only thing they don't know is my exact past. They know I was born and raised in the military and been to several different places and states, and I got no problem telling people information they may or may not want to hear or need. But you know what? The thing is I feel more family oriented at this job than I have at any other job except for maybe Yellowstone. I am probably not one of the oldest, but I'm not one of the youngest. In fact, I think Chef is actually younger than me, but I'm not 100% sure. I call him Chef because that's his title. I know his first name because I hear people call him that, but out of respect, I don't use his name. It's just the way I was taught. Anyhow, today's going to be a busy day, and this video is almost an hour long. I'm sorry. I just want you guys to know that things are going well here, and yeah, we have our good days, we have our bad days, but just because I'm having a bad day does not mean I need to react. And yeah, I know I have a handful of people still that want to be negative here, and my reaction to them is nothing. It's bye-bye Felicia. And I'm thankful that is causing a lot of the negative people to just zip their lip, go about their business. Yep, 53 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. See if Jerry's ready to eat, because I know I am. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. I was about ready to do it backwards. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments about this particular video, go ahead and put them in the comment box. If you're new to my channel and want to hear more, see more, whatever, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then click on that little bell. Hopefully, starting next week, when I go to cook these meals, I'll record them for you guys. So, until next time, you guys have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.